So today I've added vocals to the sort of piano composition track. We've got, it's all from a sample pack, and what we've got is layered vocals that I've had to sort of chop up and make into a song. So on the first layer, this is like a whispered sound.
Tell myself as I stand in the mirror. I tell myself
The one below that is going to be panned left, I believe.
as I stand in the mirror.
So similar sort of singing style, but pan to the left. Then we've got similar pan to the right.
I tell myself now that you're the only one.
Now, I've not panned it myself, that's just how the audio comes, but I didn't see any point in changing it because that's what I would have done with it anyway. So I've left that as is. There's another couple here, which are, again, the same sort of thing.
Tell myself as I stand in the mirror.
That's a lower vocal. And here.
As I stand in the mirror.
That's a lower vocal, but wide. And then we've got the chorus sections, which are here.
I'm so over you. I'm over you, so over you, I get over you.
So like a standard singing voice there. For some reason that's decided not to make any noise right now. What's going on?
I'm over you, so over you, I get over you.
So that's just a fill for the last part of the verse. Then we've got
I'm so over you.
panned left. We should have panned right
I
and
get over you.
yep, there's panned right. And this should be a lower as well.
Over you.
And then we've got all the ad-libs, which I've sort of chopped in and tried to make them sound a bit like a song. And I've added a big sort of long delay on it as well, just to try and make it fit with the mix and make most of the pan as well, because it's got a ping pong delay, so it jumps from one side to the other. So this is how I've structured the song. What I'm going to do now, because instead of time stretching them all and getting it all so that they're out of phase with each other, because the vocals fitted nicely together in a, you know, layered sense, if I then started to time stretch them, it wouldn't work. So what I've done is I've laid them out across the track how I want them, or as close to how I want them as possible. So they're all in tempo with each other. I've then clicked my utility, and at the top I've gone through, obviously where there's just one vocal, it's going to be quieter than where there's multiple at the same time. So I've gone through and I've done some automation on the level, but I didn't want to do it with the actual track level because that would make it harder to mix in the end. So I put a utility on the group, which is here. All of that is automated. I took 8 dB off so I had room to play with the previous utility. This one moves about, so this gives me sort of a more consistent level. And then I've got 4 stages of compression. So here we've got a threshold of -26, and it's compressing by about 0.3 dB for every 1 dB it goes over. This one's compressing for about 3 dB for every 1 dB it goes over at -14 dB. And then here, this is an infinite compression, so it's like a limiter, but it's not sort of a limiter, if you know what I mean. It's behaving like a limiter, but actually audio does still get through. So then I have an actual limiter at the end with -0.3 dB headroom, and I've raised the gain on it by 6 dB, which just brings the floor up on everything. So this is how the vocals sound. I'll just show you a section that transitions.
Now that I'll make it out alive. I'm so over you. I'm over you, so over you, I get over you. I'm so over you. I'm over you, so over you, I get over you. Tell myself as I stand in the mirror. I tell myself.
So if you get the gist of that, let's just drop that down a fraction more. I'll do it. So that's the basic idea. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to convert all of this into one audio track so I can time stretch it to be exactly where I want it. I'm going to take off the reverb from the send because I obviously don't want that on, so it's going to be completely dry. But then, yeah, I'm going to start mixing the track after that once I've got it all synced up nicely. But for now, I'll show you how it sounds.
There's some resistance to changes. Tell myself as I stand in the mirror. I tell myself now that you're the only one. See the light as the path's getting clearer. I know now that I'll make it out alive. I'm so over you. I'm over you, so over you. I get over you. I'm so over you. I'm over you, so over you. I get over you. Tell myself as I stand in the mirror. I tell myself now that you're the only one. See the light as the past getting clearer. I know now that I'll make it out alive. Tell myself as I stand in the mirror. It's getting closer. Tell myself now that you're the only one. See the light as the past getting clearer. I know now that I'll make it out alive. I'm so over you. I'm over you, so over you. I get over you. I'm so over you. I'm over you, so over you. I get over you. Tell myself as I stand in the mirror. I tell myself now that you're the only one. See the light as the past getting clearer. I know now that I'll make it out alive. Da 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 da. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm so over you. Da 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 da. I'm so over you. I'm so over you. I'm over you, so over you. I get over you. I'm so over you. I'm over you, so over you. I get over you. I'm so over you. I'm over you, so over you. I get over you. I'm so over you. I'm so over you.
So hopefully you'll agree that that fits quite well. Unfortunately, I would have liked to have used something with a little bit more, should we say, a little bit more detailed lyrics rather than repeating the same bits over and over again, but I was sort of forced into working with sample packs due to the unreliability of some singers. So I think what's come together works quite well considering that. given the chance, I would probably, if I found a vocalist, I would record the vocals again and not use these. But as an example of how it would sound with vocals, I think this works quite well. So I'm going to leave it at that, and then I'll start mixing it tomorrow.